Welcome everybody for this tutorial on how to micro properly. First and most important for not getting overwhelmed by all the actions needed to fight your opponent, keeping your army alive and keep the map control at the same time, as well as having proper BO, is to use the UI elements. Here obviously the minimap is important. About 70% of my playtime I look at the minimap. I indeed prefer using just the minimap instead of the tactical map, since with that I don't have to press remote keys like M for opening and closing it all the time, which always would take me 2 actions of my APM. The minimap can be used to give cap, movement and follow-up commands, and I also click on it to navigate to places of interest if I couldn't use control groups for doing so. If, however, it's interesting for you to select a building and build something, rather use the building icons on the bottom left side of your screen. Here you can queue units by single-clicking and build other buildings by double-clicking the respective icons. For controlling your units, you should use the roster. I prefer having it at the top right corner of the screen. Practice using it for always keeping an eye on your units. If there are several fights at different locations at once, for instance, you can monitor your units' health there, and if needed select and retreat them without actually focusing your screen on them and instead micro more important units. Despite of using UI elements, there are of course hotkeys to facilitate micro. Despite from Q for attack move, R for retreat or reverse, X and Y for important nades, just to name a few, you can assign control groups to even better handle your units and overview. Control groups can be assigned by selecting a unit and then click Ctrl plus a number, and they can be extended with more units by selecting them and pressing Shift plus the same number. And there are the F keys as well, however I personally don't recommend using them. Most commonly I use 1 for a sniper, an MG or a fast capping unit, 2 for mainline vehicles like a Dingo or a P4, 3 for direct support inf like a T-inf or direct support vehicles like a Hellcat, 4 for AT guns, 5 for mortars, 6 for artillery, 7 for support trucks, 8 for pioneers, and 9 and 10 for other units that are required by the heat of the moment. That's not just handy for selecting the respective unit without using your mouse hand, but also for moving your screen to important locations. Are you microing a tank, but using the minimap and roster you notice that your sniper is in trouble? Just double press 1 and your screen will focus your sniper and you're ready to micro it. And with that, let's win the next games and honor our opponents with a good old GG well played and a good time.
Till 59.